Bum, 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 bum. Let's just check that we're up and running. Trouble is, I've done that now. Are we up and running? Yes, we are. Are we speaking? Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Right. So that's okay, because I've done a couple of videos, as you know, with no sound, and that was because I used the wrong equipment. Excuse me looking a bit hot and bothered. I've just been doing some housework before I come out to do this morning, and I just jumped straight on before I settled in, otherwise I wouldn't get it done. So morning all. Yep, we're still morning. Welcome to this morning's tea and business. I said I was doing a few to catch up, but today I want to ask you. Yesterday I was chatting to you about getting ready. I'm working over the next 6 weeks, or working through the summer. That's what I was asking you yesterday. Today I'm asking you what to do if you've lost your mojo or your motivation for your business. Often I come across therapists, and when they're chatting to me, they'll say, sometimes it's because they're stuck. They don't know what next step to take with their business. But they feel like they've lost their mojo. They feel like they've lost their motivation. They haven't got any drive to push their business. They haven't got any drive to move it forward. There's no passion. The passion's gone. This could be if you've been in business a long while. This could be if you've been doing a lot of marketing or a lot of promotion, or you feel you've been doing and creating a lot of awareness for your business and it's not creating any results. You can feel quite fed up, quite miserable. You can feel if your diary is getting a bit empty, and you can feel like, why do I bother? This is what I want to talk about today. It might also be that you're just, it comes to maybe they get to the end of the summer holidays, or start of the summer break, and it's just, I don't want to do this anymore. It's you can go through all these different phases. Believe me, I've been through them all over my 23 years, and I will probably get them over the next, 6 years of working, possibly, or even more. I will probably still get them as well. So let's have a chat. What do you think, or what do you do that can get you through? And let's see if we can get you back motivated. Let's see if we can get your mojo back for your business. So often when I get this situation, the first thing I want to do is I want to understand why am I feeling it. So I will sit and journal, and I'll keep asking that question, why. And I find that helps me brain dump my head, helps me clear my head as well. So why am I dreading the days? Why am I not interested in working with my clients? Why am I not interested in working on my business? Why do I just want to see my clients but don't do anything else? Why do I feel so tired? Why haven't I got any energy? Why am I not coming up with ideas? These are all questions. This is not why I just sit there and answer all of those. It's going to be one of those. It's what you're feeling. And then you'll just, when you say you've lost your mojo, well, what's your symptoms of losing your mojo? Is it tiredness? Is it lack of energy? Is it no interest in the business? So again, you would have a look at that then, and you would say why to those. Is it your lifestyle that's doing that at the moment? Is it the way you're eating at the moment? Are you going through peri or menopause at the moment? Are you going through some life-changing things, such as divorce or moving home, or things like that? That can certainly lose your motivation, lose your interest. It might be that you're totally moving out the area, and do you feel like putting that effort in again to build a new business in a new area, to build your business in a new area? It might be that. it might be that you ran your business a few years ago, and then you stopped it then when you had your children, and you're now coming back into it. And of course, things have changed so much since when you first ran your business to how it is now. And again, the motivation just may not be there. You may even just feel tired thinking about it with all the overwhelm. So yeah, it's the journaling. Just be honest with yourself, and journal why. Is it your clients? Now, please don't get me wrong. I've got some lovely clients, but I can remember a fair few years ago that I was, dreading going to work one day and going to work with my clients. And I was sitting there, well, asking why, because once I start doing the treatment, I enjoy doing it. So what is the problem? Was it because I was mobile and I needed to make it more home-based? And I went through a few things, and it was a couple of clients that were giving me the dread. I was all right with other clients, but it was a couple of clients that, yeah, that I just dreaded seeing. I was all right when I was doing the treatment with them, but it was just the getting there. It was what they were going to be like when I got to their door. You know, couple of, even if I was just like a couple of minutes late, they were in their home, comfortable in their own home. Yes, waiting for me, but they were comfortable in their own home. I was dealing with the traffic, etc., etc., and I was going to them 8 o'clock at night in the evening. And I could be a couple of minutes late, and they'd be there saying, I've been waiting on the door for you. And it was just like stress before I got there, stress in the traffic, and then stress when I got there. 99% of my clients at that time were, don't worry, I'll get you when you get here. I was never over 5 minutes late unless it was horrendous roadworks or traffic accidents or something. And they'd say, it's all right, I'm in the comfort of my own home, I'm not going anywhere, get when you go, I just appreciate your coming here. And I had a couple of clients that were, giving me, I'm sitting me on edge, so I just ended up sacking them. That's what I did. I just ruled them out of working, told them one thing and another, and didn't book them in anymore. And yeah, things just got, my mojo came back, the passion and the desire and the love of my business come back. So sit there, journal, be honest with yourself. Is just have a look, break it really down into why you're not enjoying your work. Look at it, whether it's things going on in your life, things going on at home, whether it's where you work, whether it's who your clients are, whether it's what you're doing, do you want a change of direction. So have a look at all of those, and journal those out first and see. And again, your symptoms too, your lack of, the lack of passion, lack of mojo, lack of motivation, your tiredness, your lack of interest. Go through all those things, and journal them and write them out. I then want you to really to have a look at a few things and see whether you can then help yourself into getting that motivation back. Is it your lack of organisation, your overwhelm and lack of organisation with your business? So maybe to plan it better the night before. One of my academy members has got a lovely saying that she hasn't got a to-do list, she's got an action list, and that helps stop her with her procrastination. And I love that one. And it's finding what works for you. I love to set my list out on a Sunday night. I plan, or as I call it, my schedule for success. I love to plan on a Sunday evening, and then each day, the night before, I look at that list and I prioritise 2 or 3 things that I've got to do that I will do the next day. If I look at the whole list, it looks like overwhelm. But if I just pull 2 or 3 things that I want to look at and work on the next day, then that's the 2 or 3 things I look at and work on. And if I don't get them all done, it gets moved into the next day. But if I get them all done, I can add something extra to it if I've got the time. So I do like to plan. Maybe that you need to have a morning routine. Do you have a morning routine in place? Does that help you? It might be that you just need that morning routine. So a bit of journaling in the morning, maybe an oracle card reading, maybe a bit of yoga or a bit of exercise, healthy breakfast, smoothie. We know all these things. We're therapists. So practice what we preach. Bring that into our morning routine. Give yourself some time before you get into working with your clients. Whether it's you've got to do it after the children's run, or whether it's before the children go to school, now with them off on the 6 weeks, maybe it's time to play with a few ideas over the next 6 weeks so that you can be ready for the September and, starting afresh there. So have a look at planning, have a look at morning routine. Maybe it's getting outside. And again, it's one of those simple things, but it could be that you need to have a bit of a list, a bit of a cheat sheet, a bit of a reminder on your fridge or in your digital planner or whatever you store things in, your physical planner or whatever, that is just to get outside. Get out and walk in nature, go for a walk down a beach, go down a local park, maybe grab a book, and go down to the local park and sit on a bench and read a book for a chapter or half an hour, maybe with a snack or a drink, and then go back home, so maybe doing that in the morning or in the lunchtime. Do you plan a lunchtime in your day, to make sure you put that in? But it might just be getting outside, having that physical break from your therapy room or your home or whatever it is, having that physical break, not just on a weekend, but doing it daily. Might be you need to do a bit more socializing. It may be that you're not, you're plowing. I'm guilty of this, that I plow myself into my work and I don't socialize enough. I don't meet friends, enough for coffee. Or go out and do go to the cinema or go out and do a social activity, not necessarily, going down the pub, but, going to the cinema, going out for afternoon tea, catching up with friends over a coffee, going for a walk with friends, taking yourself off for a picnic. It's just that bit more of getting out and about. It's having that break, having that away from your work, giving you that, instead of being in the same four walls, instead of being in work day in, day out, sometimes it drags you down. Even though you love what you do and you're passionate with your clients, it might just be that is also dragging you down because you're not getting enough time away from it and you're buried in for it. Also then have a look at, again, what you do then. We're going to look a bit at, working on your business. So again, who do you follow on social media? Maybe on podcasts, maybe with videos. I know one that helps me through the winter. I haven't watched her so much through the summer months because all the better weather, because I've been out and about and I've actually been doing things myself through the winter. I've been watching someone called Alwyn Oak on YouTube. Thanks to Debbie Smallbones introducing me to her. But I've been watching someone called Alwyn Oak on YouTube, and I've been watching her through the winter, and it's through the better months. I've got the ideas of my the House of Dragons that I've been creating, my wands I've been creating, my bits of incense and that I've been creating myself. Just the bits of the crafting that I'm doing and painting that I'm doing that I've got back this year is through watching her YouTube videos, and that has helped me, is what I've called part of my transitioning this year, and whether I want to call that into a better life or what, but more self-care, and better time for me. So that's helped for me. So who do you follow, whether that's for yourself but also for your business? Obviously you're following me because you watch up and you catch up on these Tune-In Tuesdays and you're in this Therapist on Business group. But do you get my monthly newsletter as well, that again I send out with business hints and tips, to help with different things, not only with running your business but for looking after yourself as well? So who do you follow? There's many other business people that I follow, that I learn from, and I get help from. It's also, who's your inspiration? We've got who do you follow, but who's your inspiration? Maybe you need a picture of them around to remind you, to inspire you, to motivate you. It might be another therapist. It might be somebody that's big in business, like maybe on Dragon's Den or something. It may be somebody that you know that does a lot on, online. There's many people I follow. There's, oh God, Danny Wallace, Queen Bee, Be Inspired. I follow her. Leonie Dawson, I did over in Australia. I did follow her for quite a few years. And again, you follow people at a time when you need them, and then you don't you go into following somebody else. There's a Mandy Holgate, that Business Insiders, that I follow. I used to follow and don't follow her so much now. Is Abby Connell. But again, I dip in and dip out, when I need. So who is it you follow? Who is it that inspires you? Who is it that you want to be? I can remember when I first started out in my business, my inspiration was Anita Roddick. She inspired me when I first started out on this path. Um, and it's having that, it's those reminders. Journal it. Why do they inspire you? Maybe they don't inspire you so much now it's somebody else. Certainly in my 23 years, it's been different people all along. It's never the same person all along throughout my 23 years in business. So it could be, different people. Um, do you also get help and support? Again, if you're in here, you are getting help and support from me. But do you actually pay for any help and support? Do you have a coach that maybe sets you regular challenges or regular tasks, or again gives you that motivation, gives you that kick up the backside when you need it? Do you invest in your business, not just with therapies, but investing in your business, in working on your business? Do you have another pair of eyes that look over your business? So audit your marketing, your social media, your services, your prices. I mean, these are all the things I do and more, either within my own academy membership or individually for people. Um, so it's, and there's other business mentors out there as well. And again, and I've mentioned I'm business coach, and I've mentioned Mandy Holgate. There's also, you may have come across over time, Helen Bullen. I don't have a problem in mentioning other people. They're not my competition. We're all working this together. You work with different people for the different times in your life, for the different things that you need. So have a look at that. Maybe it's time for you to get that little bit of help that you need. Maybe it's that time to have a chat with somebody. Maybe have a power hour with me. That's a new thing that I'm launching soon, is to have a power hour. Maybe it's time to sit with that person and find a business buddy. Somebody that you can regularly meet up with and have that coffee and a chat. Because sometimes just talking to another person gives you that motivation, sparks off the ideas. You also know I'm a great believer of business retreats, and I've done that camping, little mini business retreats camping. I did February this year. I did 3 days away in an Airbnb cottage where I was able to work on my business for 3 days. That was brilliant. And I'm looking at doing that again, possibly in November. But I've done a couple of hours, couple of sessions in the evenings when it was raining, when I was camping, and I'd put some stuff on my iPad, and it was on my OneDrive, but it was set to access it offline on my iPad, so I was able to work on that when it was raining outside. I was just able to brainstorm, plan, and go through a few things because I had no distractions. It was just raining, and that was it. So I was able to do that. Sometimes I can take off down the park, down a coffee shop, or down the beach for a couple of hours away from here. Again, just to work on some things. Sometimes I'll just go off down the beach with my journal and sit and journal, how I'm feeling there and then. And again, why am I feeling stuck? What am I not happy about? And I'm going through a lot of that at the moment as well, because certain things are going on behind the scenes in my own life. And I have to work through this. So there's a lot of journaling going on and a lot of decisions. We're now going through a new coming up for a new moon, and so it's again new ideas, and I think this is what building up for me, coming up for the new moon. I've done oracle card readings, and my card for this week was to where does my soul want to travel. It's all telling me this last week and this week about getting rid of what I don't need, what's holding me back, what's tying me down, what's restricting me, what do I need to remove. So that's what I'm, that's where I'm at, where I'm working through last week and this week. So it's all these things to look at. What's the universe? What's the messages they're sending? As therapists, we know this, to look at the signs and what they're trying to tell us. So come and have a chat with me. Maybe you have some ideas of your own at what gets you through, goes through Mojo. Now, don't forget, procrastination and motivation and losing your mojo are two different things. If it's procrastination and I'm struggling and not getting anything done, then I've got a procrastination playlist, and I'll put that music on, and I will, that will start getting me moving. But losing your mojo, losing your motivation and your drive and your desire for your business, what's stopping you? What's the blocks? What's there that's stopping you, that's making you feel? There's a therapist that I know that she said, I've got my head stuck in my arse. That's, that's not, it's a great description, but not something ladylike to say. But what is it? What do you do if you're feeling it? Can you help anyone else? Can you mentor or help anyone else, whether it's in this group or in a group of therapists that you know? So have a think about it. Come into the group, have a chat with me, have a chat with others in here, share what helps you when you're feeling like that, because it will help others that we may not know that they're in that situation. So that's Tune In Tuesday for today. What to do if you lose your mojo or your motivation for your business. But have a good week, and I will catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.